Hey there, Hofstra fans, and welcome to another edition of the WB Mason Coach Report right here on GoHofstra.com. I'm Dan Savarino, pleased to be joined with the head coach of the Hofstra Pride women's basketball team, Coach Krista Kilburn-Steveskey. Coach, how's it going?
Pretty good, Dan.
Well, 1-1 this past week in CAAs. Towson last week, a loss at home, and then a win yesterday, UNCW. Your thoughts on this past week?
I was just glad to get a win, especially a road win. They are like gold, so you got to they're precious, and you got to hold on to them. So we got to win, and now we got to move forward.
Krista Luciano, so far, still running the point once again. 5 straight games she has started. She's averaging 8 points, 4 assists per game. What have you liked from her in development, even just in the past couple of games?
Well, I mean, I think she's extremely heady. You forget that she's a freshman. You're coaching her. She is just an athlete and a gamer, and she, just wants to do whatever it takes to win and very unselfish. So, I think more as she gets more comfortable with the role and, just more of understanding what the team needs, because I think she definitely has a clear understanding of the game.
She's always been a pass-first kind of player, but she takes 5 shots against Towson, took her late to get her first field goal, and then 2 for 2 yesterday against UNCW. Do you want to see her shoot some more?
Well, I think she finds those opportunities to shoot. So I think that she really sees the game so well. So I mean, yeah, I'd love for her to continue to take it to the basket like she can. She really can score. She has an uncanny knack of getting in there and crafty even with her size. But I just like her overall game and what she brings to the table, and she just will do what the team needs to do. That's what I like about what she tries to do and sees the floor so well.
Anma Onyuku, second double-double of the season yesterday against UNCW. She scores in double digits once again last week against Towson. For her adjusting to this role of being the leading scorer, how do you think she's done so far now into the conference? Well,
I mean, I think she's doing great, and I just keep telling her it's going to keep coming to you, coming to you, coming to you. So you couldn't be more proud of somebody that has worked her way up into this program to get the role that you always dream of, that you're going to be the one that is the team's looking to. So I think she is embracing that role and is accepting that role and getting more comfortable in that role. I think that's really the key. So I can't be any more happier about that for sure.
Annie Payton, double digits coming off the bench last 3 games. What have you liked from her, the spark she's given?
Well, same thing too. Trying to find something that can give this team a lift, and if you have to make a little bit of a sacrifice right now, then that's Annie Payton, but it's not much of a sacrifice. You're playing tons of minutes. It's whatever the team needs to win, and she comes in firing and really is the most skilled scorer that we have, and she just does a great job. So I like her role. And we all have to embrace, what we can bring to the table, what we can help for the team, and I think she's handling that very well. I mean, she's, taking game trigger shots for us when we need it, and trying to help us, win, and and she's getting better on the defensive end, and that's really where she's got to keep tightening up.
The 3-ball has always been part of this offense. Coach Kahn said after the Towson loss that he thought they were shooting too many threes early on. How do you adjust to that, where it's not just shooting too many threes, but shooting the right 3?
Well, that's it, and that's what I was talking to the seniors this morning about. It's just understanding time and situation. And there was a point in the game when Annie was on the bench, and I made a comment, look, this happened 2-3 times in a row. She came in and provided what the team needed to provide. So I think people are getting a little bit more heady, understanding why folks are giving you something if we haven't really been knocking them down. They're going to play off on you at that point, and you really, you've got to, again, make adjustments and do what we need at that point. So time and situation is always a big hit, for these guys, and getting them to understand, why that's only a good shot at that point in time.
Free throw numbers last couple of games haven't been really good. 50% yesterday, 52% against Towson. The points end up hurting you. Lost points there against the Towson Tigers. What is it? Is it a mindset more, or how do you adjust to this in practice this week?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to get a lot of volume shooting this week. Just a ton of volume free throws. But we do so much. I talked to some of my assistants. One particular, Mike Gibson, who's been with me forever. We do last 3 or 4 years more free throw competition, wherever I've stole something from the men's team that they do a 70%, or I stole something from a drill that Shawan Pillow had given us when she played for Pat Summit. So we do so many more pressure cooker situations. It really is an element of confidence. I mean, it really, really is. And then also a trickle-down effect. When one person misses, it doesn't have to be that way. Same thing with turnovers. I always talk about, you don't have to follow the leader in that respect. So much of a mindset with a young team, and so much of a confidence with a young team. So, it is what it is. We have to crawl ourselves out of this little bit of a free throw hole that we have right now, and and keep working towards getting that thing up to 70% would be nice, but right now it takes 65%. So.
we've mentioned all season long, the rebounding, of course, has been one of the biggest question marks coming into this season. You out-rebound Towson, very good rebounding team, get out-rebounded by UNCW, but a lot of second chance points really left on the table there. So how do you adjust to that, and how do you continue going forward and really work on that in practice?
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, they know that it's a Achilles heel a little bit with us, and we're playing a little bit of a zone. The top guards trying to find folks to box out, so it's just something we just keep working on. You know, we did a good job after the Delaware game to see where some of the holes are. You know, so as a young team, you're kind of complete yourself, you know, by March, you know, middle of February, kind of be in a stride, kind of continue working out kinks. So you work on rebounding here, you got to put a stopgap on this one, you got to work on containing this person here. So, you know, hopefully we start to get the whole picture very soon and have the vision of what we're, you know, trying to become as a team.
Well, into CAA games more and more this upcoming weekend. You have two, both at home for CFC on Friday and then JMU on Sunday. What do you know from this new Cougar squad?
Yeah, I mean, athletic, they just put up a bunch of points against William & Mary, 101-49, and so they have the horses that can run. They're led by a really stellar point guard, so, you know, it's going to be a different game. Our team has not faced them. So it'll be fun. It's going to be a noon start here with a bunch of screaming elementary kids, so that's going to make it even more fun. And so, you know, we're just going to have to contain several players on their team and hit the boards and, you know, very athletic.
And, of course, Sunday against the preseason favorites, JMU, always an emotional game for you going back playing against JMU. So Sunday, of course, you don't want to look too far ahead to this, but what are you expecting to see and how you shut down players like Kirby Burkholder and Newman?
Well, I mean, it's going to be a total team effort here, because, you know, they're going to score points. I mean, they just put a thumping on Delaware here yesterday, which I knew. I mean, JMU's kind of rolling full steam. Nikki Newman back being their defensive specialist, really kind of locking people down. And then they have so many different offensive threats they can put on the floor at one time. So, you know, talk about a total team game, a total team defense. You know, it's going to be a challenge. I mean, the newness of what JMU is for me is over. Now it's just really about playing against, you know, the best team in the conference right now and really being able to compete against them. You know, they're the team to beat, and then along the way, you know, we got to take care of, you know, everything else. So looking forward to that challenge, and the players looking forward to that challenge, and it'll be a good one here on Sunday.
Well, Friday and Sunday, CFC on Friday, and then Sunday, JMU at the MAC. It's another edition for the WB Mason Coaches Report each and every week with head coach Krista Kilburn-Steveskey.